Hi friends, welcome back to Bonsai Kabilas. Today we are working on Chinese elm plant. It is a deciduous tree and it is a fast growing tree. Now we are removing some of the branches which are growing down and which are the weak branches, and I'll show you now. Wait. And this is the growing taller and taller, and we want more branches near the primary branch, so that's why we removed these branches and long growing branches, tall branches, and we are shortening the branches now. These are for cutting down some branches. Now it is the plant is already primary branch is already having the shape. Now it is the time to remove the wiring. First we'll remove the wire, and we'll see which are the branches. I will show you which are the branches to be trimmed down and how to give a shape to this Chinese elm plant. Actually this wiring, when you do wiring, no, then after 3 months it is better to remove the wiring, otherwise we can see the wire marks on the branches and they damage the bark of the branch. Now this primary branch is already wired 3 months back, and now we are removing this wiring. Here we can see already this plant is having the wire marks over there, so you can see on the trunk line also. Now it is the time to remove all those wirings. Once we remove the wire, and we can trim down we can start pruning on the branches, and we'll select some of the healthier branches to be given a shape, and some weaker branches we give some support to the weaker branches, and we can grow them as the healthy branches. Now see here, now these are some of the small branches we are removing here now, and we are creating the primary branch, and we are allowing the secondary branches to grow more fast and healthy. These small twigs we have to remove them, otherwise they will grow fast and the most of the energy of the plant will be absorbed by these tiny branches. So we have to select some of the branches and we have to trim them down, and we have to give them a look like just like padding. If it is needed, we can wire these branches also, but they are very tiny branches. If you see them, they are very tiny branches. Now by removing the down portion of the leaves, you can see this. Now I am removing the small portion of the leaves, so that helps to see the tertiary branches. Now on this secondary branch there are the tertiary branches are coming, and we are giving a look to the tertiary branches here now. Clearly we can see the branch structure here, that gives a good look to the plant, and that gives the perfect shaping to the padding of the plant now. one by one we are removing some of the primary branches. We are removing some of the tertiary branches, and we are exposing that secondary branch, and we are clearing all the tertiary branches, and we are giving a complete look to the uh, giving a complete clear look to the padding. When you do like that, the more they plant, these leaves will be exposed to the sunlight, and they get more proper food. They will get more space, and they will get the proper food preparation for them, and the plant will be healthy. Down portion branches also, we have to remove the down branches also, which are growing down the primary trunk line, primary branch. This is a deciduous tree, and the leaves are very small leaves, and if you see, this is called as, also this plant Chinese cell is called as lace bark lace bark elm, because when the plant starts getting matured, the bark flares up, and it can be seen it just like a lace. The bark will be structured, and it gives a good unique look to the plant. So that's why it is called as also a lace bark elm. And this plant is, because of these small tiny leaves, this plant is a good plant to be make it into a bonsai plant. Here we are keeping all, if you see, we are keeping all the alternate branching system that gives a good look to the plant. We removed all the down portion branches of the primary branch, and we are keeping the secondary branches. On the secondary branches, we are keeping the tertiary branches. We have shortened the length of all these branches, and now this primary branch pruning is done, and we are going on to the second primary branch. Here also, if you see, lot of lengthier branches are there. Some of them are growing downwards, and some are growing are lengthier and lengthier, and it is having a, now it is having a, not having a clear look of the primary and secondary and the tertiary branches. Before removing any branch, first we have to think, is it necessary to remove the branch, why we are removing the branch, how to remove the branch. So we have to think, and we start do pruning. So anytime if when you are removing the branch or when you are pruning the branch, so first we have to think in your mind, why I have to prune this branch, what is necessary to prune this branch and allow the other branches to grow. How it can be pruned, is it can be shortened, or you can remove the entire branch. So we have to think like that, and we have to we have to start do pruning. Now this down portion branch is also not needed, so we remove that down portion branch also. Small tiny ticks, anytime when the small tiny twigs are there, so we have to remove those tiny twigs also. That gives a clear look of this secondary primary branch, second primary branch. The leaves also having a the structure of the leaves, the edge of the leaves will be just have some curves that gives unique look to the leaves, that they look like also a lace of a frog. That is the beauty of these leaves. During the autumn season they turn into yellow color, and they drop down all the leaves in the temperate countries, when they are growing the temperate countries. But in the countries like tropical countries like India, this plant is not at all shedding her entire leaves, and they are also not turning into yellow color. They are every time they are staying as a they are in the green color. And it is very difficult to see the autumn season on this plant in our tropical area. Here we are shorten the branch because it is lengthier branch, so we shorten this branch. And see here now, this is entire plant, second bra- primary branch is also having a nice good look with alternate branch system. And now when you are coming on to the third primary branch, here also there are many cluster of branches are there. They are covered entire primary branch, and we can, that's why we are removing some of the leaves and the small twigs on the primary branch. We are as I told you, when you are going to cutting any branch, why you have to cut the branch. Now if you see here, these are the secondary branches, and these secondary branches having the primary branches. If you see here clearly, first I am removing the lengthier tertiary branches. I am shortening them. I am keeping only two or three pairs of leaves over there, and I shorten that branch. When you are shortening like that, there will be more growth from the nodes of the tertiary branches, and the plant here on this primary branch there will be more development will be there, and the secondary branches have more and more tertiary branches that gives a bushy look to the bushy or compact look to the plant. If you this if you see this third primary branch, that is also having the uh, clear look without any uh, undergrowing branches or like that. Now this is the branch growing on towards the back side of the plant. So we may think of, shall I remove this branch or not? I feel it is not necessary to keep this branch, and first I will shorten these secondary branches, and I will think of that one. It is better to remove this branch. Now you can see the shape of this plant. It is having a S curve over there, that is giving a beautiful look to the plant. See the structure of the main trunk line here now. The canopy is also, we have shortened the canopy, and we will do some wiring over there, and move those this backward branch to the front side. Now this is, you can see entire look of this plant now. Nice primary branch, secondary branch, and the branches and the secondary branches there. So down portion, it is the plant is having a habit of growing, developing some clusters from the down portion also. So we are removing those down portion branches, and we are clearing the secondary branches, and giving a good look to the plant now. Already this plant is having a good nice shape of secondary branch is the primary second primary branch is a little bit lengthier kept it, so it will have a well balanced look to the entire plant now. Thank you friends for watching. We'll meet you in the next video. Thank you.